Would everyone please rise? And now for the singing of the National Anthem by Miss Brooke Brown. You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you for this ceremony and for allowing us to come and gather again as a community. I pray for protection over every person here this evening, and I ask that you be with all of those that the coronavirus has affected. I pray that you will silence the worries of the world for the next hour, allowing my classmates and me to cherish our last moments together as a student body. I ask that as we proceed in this ceremony, you will guide our words and actions to shine for you. I pray that you will guide and lead each of us to pursue the plans that you have set forth, and that you will overwhelm us with hope for our futures, helping us look ahead with excitement for the plans you have laid out. I pray that you will take our anxious minds and fill them with peace. I want to thank you for the blessings and the people you have sent throughout the years, including our families, our teachers, and our peers. As our next chapter in life begins, I pray that you will give us the ability to hear your instructions, and as everything begins to change within our lives, I pray that you will continually remind us of your unchanging love and amazing grace. In Jesus' sweet and holy name, I pray and ask. Amen.
We would like to pause a moment to dedicate this ceremony to the memory of one of our very own alumni, Sergeant Lee Maxwell. For as long as anyone can remember, Officer Maxwell has dedicated his life to serving our schools, our community, and his fellow man. On graduation day, he was normally standing guard at the front gate, serving and protecting us. But tonight we'll have to look further than the front gate for his presence and protective watch. We know his spirit and love lives on this field, so as we remember this man who was kind and who cared deeply about this community, let us also think of how he changed it along with the people around him. Thank you.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, my fellow class of 2020 graduates. The past few months have definitely been a challenging period, yet we've all made it here tonight in celebration of the significant growth and accomplishments my classmates and I have endured. After the past 4 years, we have made lifelong friendships, nostalgic memories, and new perspectives and ambitions. With that said, we are now entering new territory along with the rest of the country where we can no longer withstand change to appease traditions. Let's take the opportunity to make our future better while pursuing our lives in the workforce and in college. By accepting, embracing, and seeking change, we make the conscious choice to keep moving forward and continue growing and improving. As evolving individuals in society who strive for progress in all aspects of life, in the words of Malcolm X, a new world order is in the making, and it is up to us to prepare ourselves that we may take our rightful place in it. Thank you. On behalf of the class of 2020, I welcome you all to the 140th Annual Commencement Ceremony.
Let you go, but in this life I know you have to be who you were made to be. As you step out on the road, I'll say a prayer, so that in my heart you always will be there. This is not goodbye. So let your life begin, 'cause this is not goodbye. It's just I love you to take with you until you're home again. stirring in your soul has left you wondering, should you stay or turn around? Well, just remember that your dreams, they are a promise. You were made to change the world, so don't let fear stop you now, 'cause this is not goodbye. I know we'll meet again, so let your life begin, 'cause this is not goodbye. It's just I love you to take with you until you're home again. I know the brightest stars above were created by the one who loved more than we'll ever know, to guide you when you're lost. What started as a still small voice is raging now, and your only choice is to follow who you are. So follow who you are, 'cause this is not goodbye. I know we'll meet again, so let your life begin, 'cause this is not goodbye. It's just I love you to take with you until you're home. It is I love you to take with you until you're home again.
Good evening, parents, teachers, friends, administrators, and board members. I would like to personally thank these wonderful people because we wouldn't be here without their love, dedication, and encouragement over these past 14 years. Graduation day, or at least a modified version of it, is upon us. It has been a long, hard journey filled with excitement, despair, joy, sadness, hard work, procrastination, raging hormones, stress, love, and hate. I must admit, the hardest part was finding a white dress and shoes to wear under this gown that I could live with. On a serious note, I would like to recognize my classmates, Mount Zion High School's class of 2020, for a job well done. Every student on this field tonight has earned the right to sit in their chair by working hard to complete all that was required of them. CeeLo, the entertainer, once said, "You've got to realize the world's a test. You can only do your best and let him do the rest. You've got your life and you've got your health, so quit procrastinating and push it yourself." Kudos to the class of 2020 for pushing it and, by the grace of God, reaching this important milestone in our life. It may or may not surprise you, but I have always had a love-hate relationship with school. My school career started at Carrollton Methodist Preschool 3 days a week, and you guessed it, I cried every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My mom would encourage me, reward me for no tears, and honestly beg me not to cry. Elementary school wasn't much better at first. My family didn't understand. My sisters loved school. After about first grade, it got better. The problem was I just never felt in my heart that traditional school was right for me. It's kind of ironic that I stand here before you today as Mount Zion High School's 2020 Salutatorian saying school wasn't my thing, but it's the truth. I was grateful to learn as a high school freshman the program Move On When Ready was actually an option for students. I was ready to move on, so it worked for me. Through this program, I was able to complete 2 years of college core classes while still in high school. I began my first semester of nursing school at the University of West Georgia on June 1st. I say all of this not to brag on my achievements thus far, but to say there are currently many options for high school students. Traditionally, high school looked the same for all students. These non-traditional high school options offer an education led by students' interests rather than just a standard curriculum. My best advice to future students out there is to take time on who you are and what you want in life and just go for it. Of course, you will need to find a teacher, counselor, or another trusted adult to help guide you down your path. Well said, life without dreaming is life without meaning. My hope is that all my classmates and future Mount Zion High School graduates dream big, achieve big, and find complete joy in the path they choose. We, the class of 2020, were born in the wake of 9/11. We were in the first grade when the Great Recession took hold. We were in 5th grade when the Sandy Hook school shootings took place. We entered high school in 2016 during a turbulent and divisive school year. We have ended the year with the coronavirus pandemic and turmoil and violent riots surrounding the death of George Floyd. The pandemic has left us saying goodbye with no goodbyes, no spring sports, no prom, no parties, and no traditional graduation. We are a generation flanked by tragedy, one that has been disrupted, postponed, and redirected. We have been thrown into adulthood earlier than expected, and our concentric circle of people has suddenly shattered. Just when we realized we were approaching the culmination of our high school careers together, it all changed. As difficult as the change was, it has been great to have time to slow down. It has been great to be blessed with the time with our families, our pets, and even ourselves. It made me realize the future is coming no matter what. There's profound uncertainty in our future. Will we get to actually attend college on campus? Will our family bounce back financially from the crisis? Will we or members of our family remain healthy? Nothing is guaranteed. But let's face it, life is unpredictable, and it will continue to be beyond 2020. This does not have to be what defines the class of 2020. We can get through it, and we can be better for the experience. Broadcaster Mark Chernoff said, "One of the most rewarding and important moments in life is the moment you finally find the courage to let go of what you cannot change." Classmates, what matters at this pivotal point in our lives is where we go from here. Sometimes I think it would be nice to go back to pre-K again so I could simply take a nap and everyone would be so proud of me, especially Miss Robin and Miss Sheila. I am reminded of a time in elementary school when we learned about math and realized we would be the class of 2020 and how cool we thought we were. While we can cherish such memories, we can't go back. We must move forward into the uncertainty that we must find the things that bring us joy. Mark Twain said, 20 years from now, the two most important dates in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. I will sum up my speech with a poem by Tyler Gregson. I have a few promises to offer you. The believing is up to you. The proof will emerge, but I cannot say the when. Here is what I have. My sincere offering, scar earned and burnt into me. When you think you can't, you positively can. When you think it's over, it may be beginning. There is always more to find, always something left in you. When you would swear on your soul you've been emptied out. Finally, and most exquisitely important, I promise you it is worth it. It is always worth it. Every drop of ache and sorrow, every perfect pinch of joy, it is worth it. Promise me you will keep waking up, keep finding it, and finding the strength in you to believe me. Congratulations to my fellow classmates. We did it. Once an eagle, always an eagle.
Good evening. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Mount Zion High School, I would like to congratulate the class of 2020. This class will now become part of the tradition that has made Mount Zion the oldest continuing school in Carroll County. These students will now take part in the oldest and most respected of traditions in our country. As each of us is as unique and exceptional as our abilities and ambitions allow us to be, so are the members of each class, and these are no small exceptions. They will truly be missed. While we could easily recognize the special qualities of each one seated here, tradition dictates that we honor those who have set themselves apart through their dedication to academic excellence. With 87 graduates, the class of 2020 is the 140th graduating class of Mount Zion High School. Of those 87 graduates, we would like to recognize 34 who have maintained a 3.5 or better grade point average throughout grades 9 through 12, which qualifies them to graduate with honors. I will call their names and ask them to stand to be recognized. Each are wearing their honor graduate medallions signifying their accomplishment. Please hold your applause until all honor graduates have been named. Addison Altman, Sophia Borisov, Carly Bradley, Alyssa Brown, Logan Buchanan, Shania Chavez, Shayla Chavez, Connor Fisher, Dakota Freeman, Allison Gibson, Dakota Goodwill, Jonathan Gordado, Meredith Head, J.D. Heinzman, Cameron Huddleston, Bailey Kiker, Destiny Lanning, Isabella Marlowe, Malden Mendez Diaz, Colton Norton, Paige Parham, Jacob Perry, Emily Phillips, Laveda Pitts, Anna Puckett, Jasmine Pulliam, Gracie Rankin, Dalen Rivers, Naeli Rubio, Amanetta Theum, Kaylee Thompson, Hunter Tilson, Jake Turner, and Gabby Turner Becerra. Congratulations to all these honor graduates. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to present the member of this class who has the second highest grade point average, which qualifies her as our salutatorian. She is a capable young woman who has a commendable work ethic. Tonight, she not only graduates with honors and as a Carroll County Scholar, but she has also put much time and effort into preparing for her post-secondary education through the dual enrollment program with the West Georgia Technical College. In addition, she received CNA training from Golden Age Healthcare and has been accepted into the nursing program at the University of West Georgia, where she began classes on June 1st in order to become a registered nurse. I'm honored to present the class of 2020 salutatorian, Miss Carly Bradley. It is now my pleasure to introduce the member of this class with the top GPA. Achieving this title does not happen overnight. It is a long-term commitment to academic excellence for 4 of the most difficult years in a teenager's life. It takes someone with intense desire and ambition to persevere above all others. This young lady has those qualities. She has been named an honor graduate and Carroll County Scholar, which requires 2 additional units in core classes above those required. She's taken advanced classes and was a dual-enrolled student with the West Georgia Technical College. What an honor it is to present the 2020 valedictorian, Miss Amanetta Theum. I will now present the award for Best All-Around Female Student. Reserved, contemplative, kind. These are all words that could be used to describe this young lady. Her diligence in academics is obvious when you look at her grades. There is no doubt we will see great things come from this student. She will excel in whatever she chooses to do. This year, the award for Best All-Around Female Student goes to Miss Isabella Marlowe. Best All-Around Male Student. Since this young man was a little buck, we knew we would remember him. From the football field to the wrestling mat and then on to the baseball field, he has been a standout. He has been described as clever, intelligent, witty, and versatile. This year, the award for Best All-Around Male Student goes to Mr. Logan Buchanan. Male Leadership Award. This young man knows exactly who he is. He leads by example, and his respectful demeanor and mature attitude have served him well over the course of his academic career. He has been referred to as helpful, respectful, quick-witted, and hardworking. There seems to be a theme here. This year's Leadership Award for Male Student goes to Mr. Dakota Freeman. Female Leadership Award. This young lady is a go-getter, hard worker, and always up for the next challenge. She is a conscientious and kind student who faces her challenges with preparation and poise. She is the go-to for the faculty when they need something, and there is no question that she can do whatever she sets her mind to accomplish. She is destined to change the world. This year's Leadership Award for Female Student goes to Miss Allison Gibson. Male Outstanding Student Award. This fellow is the type of guy you would want as your next door neighbor. He takes great pride in himself, in his community, and in his school. He's an excellent student, and his personality endears himself to students, faculty, and administration alike. He's just an easygoing guy who works hard to achieve excellence in the classroom and on the athletic fields. This year, the award for Outstanding Male Student goes to Mr. Jonathan Gordado. Female Outstanding Student Award. This young lady appears to be to most as reserving and unassuming, but that would not be a true reflection of the plans she has for her life. Her high grade point average reflects her dedication for learning, but the best part about this student is the amiable and truly caring attitude she has with her fellow students and teachers. This year, the Outstanding Female Student Award goes to Miss Gabby Turner Becerra. Male School Spirit Award. This young man has certainly been a common denominator at many Mount Zion events. As a member of the band, this student definitely cheers on his team every opportunity he is given. He has a lot of heart and a lot of love of all things Mount Zion, and it is hard to miss the contagious enthusiasm he brings to all activities. This year's Male School Spirit Award goes to Mr. Dalen Rivers. Female School Spirit Award. This very competitive young lady will stand out in our minds for a long time to come. She is the second in line of a Mount Zion legacy and always has a smile on her face. She exudes school spirit and has a positive attitude on the basketball court and the track, and she is always full of praise and encouragement for her team. This year, the Female School Spirit Award goes to Miss Jordan Farley. Male Citizenship Award. A few words to describe this student might be quiet, humble, and kind, but they are not entirely reflective of the truly exceptional person this young man has become. He doesn't talk a lot in class, but when he does speak, his words are meaningful. He is well liked by all students and faculty for his gentle and friendly demeanor. This year, the Exemplary Citizenship Award for Male Student goes to Mr. Malden Mendez Diaz. Female Citizenship Award. This young lady epitomizes the phrase girl next door. She is truly the girl you want in class, as an employee, or a future daughter-in-law. Her deep faith and dedication to her community are a testament to the love she has for others. You will never see this student without a smile on her face and a friendly hello. This year, the Exemplary Citizenship Award for Female Student goes to Miss Anna Puckett. Faculty Cup. This esteemed award is reserved for the student who has endeared herself to her teachers throughout her 4 years of high school. This young lady is described by Ms. Rainwater as a fun-loving and energetic student. Coach Carter added that she has a work ethic second to none, and her selfless attitude was a huge contribution to morale and success on her athletic teams. In the words of athlete Ronda Rousey, "I go to bed every night thinking about all the ways that I can succeed." There were never truer words to describe this young lady. She has a plan to succeed, and there were several days that she would come to her teachers to spin the many ways in which she could accomplish these goals without being a burden to her family. We have watched this young lady grow up on the softball field and watched her become the leader she is today. We have been the recipients of her smile, her hugs, and her wit. She is a Mount Zion Eagle, and she wears the red and white with pride and dignity. This student will be missed by all of us, but we are happy to send her into the next chapter of life to achieve everything her heart desires. This year, the faculty of Mount Zion High School has chosen as the recipient of the prestigious Faculty Cup, Miss Emily Phillips.
Now for the presentation of the diplomas. Row 1, please stand. Amanetta Chloe Thiem with highest honors. Carly Grace Bradley with honors. Isabella Rose Marlowe with honors. Andrew Connor Fisher with honors. Monica Gabriela Turner Becerra with honors. Dulce Shayna Chavez with honors. Allison Carol Gibson with honors. Jonathan Estevan Gordado with honors. Meredith Grace Head with honors. Nayeli Siomara Rubio with honors. Shayla Ruby Chavez with honors. Jacob Wade Perry with honors. Emily Shea Phillips with honors. Levada Lynn Pitts with honors. Bailey Morgan Kiker with honors. Trajan Jake Turner with honors. Madeline Grace Rankin with honors. Row 2, please stand. Dakota James Freeman with honors. Alyssa Paige Brown with honors. Jeremiah Demetrius Heinzman with honors. Rakaja Tatiana LePage Parham with honors. Hunter William Tilson with honors. Addison Grace Altman with honors. Dakota Anthony Goodwill with honors. Anna Catherine Puckett with honors. Logan Lee Buchanan with honors. Destiny Faith Lanning with honors. Malden Mendez Diaz with honors. Jasmine Lavelle Pulliam with honors. Robert Cameron Huddleston with honors. Kaylee Marie Thompson with honors. Christopher Dalen Rivers with honors. Sophia T. Borsoff with honors. Row 3, please stand. Alan Sawyer Anderson. Emily Ann Bade. Matthew Derek Bazar. Taylor Nicole Lee Barda. Chase Andrew Bearden. Emma Elise Batson. Kevin Gerard Blackman Clark. Amber Sierra Baxter. Andrew Julian Block. Kaylee Cheyenne Chandler. Kendrick Cantrell Brownlow. Jordan Astasia Farley. Mitchell Scott Camp. Kinley Griselda Gonzalez. Quentin Michael Gabriel Carter. Ashley Joanne Henderson. Row 4, please stand. Brianna Michelle King. Cody Allen Foltz. Deasia Dinah Lewis. Markel Marcus Allen Glenn. Madison Alexis Maris. Darius Latrell Hudgens. Tommy Wayne Johns. Faith Christina Nagwack. Cam Lee Jones. Emma Angelina Neely. Jared Thomas Knight. Haley Alexis Porter. Benjamin Lamont May Jr. Kylie Brooke Porterfield. Michael Perez Martinez. Samuela Victoria Lachey Rayburn. Row 5, please stand. Tamaya Deshawn Ridley. Lydia Marie Rodriguez. Isaac Clayton Porter. Marisha Lachelle Rowe. Noah Case Robinson. Jessica Michelle Smith. Cody Daniel Sexton. Magali Soto. Alexander Rainwater Smith. Elizabeth Kaylin Stevens. Dawson Lawrence Whited. Caden Spencer Webb. Crystal Faith Tidwell. Chase LaQuavion Zachary. Sydney Marie Zorick. We would also like to recognize the graduates who could not be with us tonight. In absentia, Candy Nicole Bailey, Austin Trent Coleman, Princella Lee Milan, Colton Benjamin Norton, Anthony Scott Robinson Jr., Kelly Susan Sullivan, Isaiah Zachariah Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Carroll County Board of Education and the faculty and staff of Mount Zion High School, it is my honor to present to you the 140th graduating class of Mount Zion High School, the class of 2020. At this time, I would like to introduce the class of 2020 valedictorian, Amanetta Thiem.
Good evening. As the thick, black smoke of plunging plains and towers engulfed this horrified nation, mothers began to birth a prestigious class of babies full of resilience and capabilities to endure a multitude of catastrophes. From that first day of terror on American soil to an economic recession recovered under the first black president, these children continue to grow and witness history in the making countless of times. The children that I mentioned have now grown into the young men and women that you see seated along this football field, stronger than ever, and once again being in the midst of history. It was only 4 years ago we entered the halls of Mount Zion High School for the first time our freshman year. And as time went by, we have all undergone tremendous evolutions and made many accomplishments in scholastics and beyond. As freshmen, we began to form friendships and sometimes enemies as we attempted to maneuver our way through this new social environment while distinguishing ourselves as individuals. We joined sports teams and clubs while enduring challenging classes and sometimes even more difficult teachers. As time went on, we learned to trust each other to accomplish greater, rival each other to promote necessary change, and ultimately grew as young adults who have learned to face our issues instead of running from them. Therefore, tonight is a celebration of all of our accomplishments together and marks a cornerstone in our growth into successful beings. However, this is not how we all wanted it to end. We began the school year in such high spirits, full of hope and expectations for future plans and experiences that would make this year unforgettable. We look forward to prom, senior pranks, and finishing what would have been the last sports seasons for many of my classmates. But we have all suffered greatly in the wake of this new decade, losing idols like Kobe and loved ones to COVID-19, all while being stripped of the occasions I just previously mentioned. No other class has experienced such a rapid turn of events. Our lives neared a complete halt during what should have been one of our most thriving periods as individuals entering into adulthood. I believe the quote, "Cherish every moment and every person in your life because you never know when it will be the last time you see someone," seems to fit this moment best, as I realize now more than ever how much I took for granted the time I was able to interact with my friends in person every day. It kills me that as a result of this sudden pandemic, I barely even remember my last day of high school. But from performing under the Friday night lights as a color guard member to building rockets, I've had so many amazing experiences that I refuse to let the past few months overshadow. Yet I could imagine many of us would still love to relive those moments on March 12th we didn't know would come to hold so much importance. But just as the coronavirus rummages the globe, racism and oppression continue to plague the nation. As the head of my class, it'd be wrong for me to remain silent against the cruelty and insensibility of others that has cost the lives of many that look like me. It'd be wrong for me to not acknowledge the heartbreak many of us feel as we watch countless of videos and news reports showing more and more people of color fighting for their lives every day. I'm sure it's hard for many of us, especially blacks and minorities, to ready ourselves for the next chapter of our lives, and the recent acts of violence only further many of our doubts in the systems of this world and has caused an uproar for change. As the masses of people take to the streets and protest, our abilities to recognize each other's struggles and strive for progress has grown tremendously. Therefore, even though we still may see many of our people being bound by chains or handcuffs, sold into the belief that that's their only outcome, forced to walk amongst a nation full of despise for our color, and abused by the systems in place to make sure minority races will never accomplish greater. In the words of Malcolm X, there is no better than adversity. Every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve your performance next time. So even though Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Tony McDade, and Rayshard Brooks don't have a next time, all of us here tonight can make a difference because we all matter, none more than the other, and together nothing can stop us from reaching our predestined greatness. Yet how do we as a class move on from COVID-19, racism, and the chaos this new decade has laid upon us to reach that greatness? It's clear we are graduating into a world filled with significant challenges, but if anything, this year has shown us our amazing capabilities to adapt to and overcome unprecedented occurrences. Graduates, as we begin this new chapter in our lives, we must not take the countless efforts and lessons of our parents and the staff at Mount Zion High School for granted, but we must use them to make a difference in this battered world. We should remain focused on our dreams and aspirations, holding steadfast in our faith in God, knowing He will guide us into our right path in life. As we leave this place tonight, cherish every moment we've had together, embrace the person you've grown to become, and strive to accomplish all that you can while making this world a better place. While we've proven to be one of the most historical classes, to the world we say, in the words of Maya Angelou, "You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise." Born into chaos were we, the class of 2020, but out of the chaos we shall rise like the eagles we are destined to be. Thank you.
please rise for the benediction? Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for these past 18 years full of memories, laughter, and friendships you have given us. Though these past few months have been tough, you have blessed us beyond comprehension and given us so many joyful days to make memories together in the past. Thank you for surrounding us with fellow students, teachers, and other staff members who were constant support, a shoulder to cry on, and always pushing us to go a step further. Not only have you given us an outstanding group of people to help make us who we are today, but you have set us up to soar into each of our futures. Help us to always remember that you are in control and you will carry us through our toughest battles and our brightest days. I want to pray for each of our futures. For those who are beginning a career and a family, I pray you protect and guide them in all they do. For those who are joining the military, I pray for a hedge of protection over them. For those who are heading off to college, I pray you give them the power that comes with wisdom through you. Most importantly, I want to pray for those who are anxious about what tomorrow holds, as each of us are. I pray you fill us with peace in our hearts and that you calm the storm in our minds. So tonight, Lord, as we say goodbye to our Eagle family whom we have grown so close to, I ask you fill us with joy over all the good times, laughs, and friendships we have made. Lord, above all else, I ask you fill us with your love and that you let that love shine through us. God, I just want to say thank you for giving me this family to grow with and for setting us up for a future to soar. In Jesus' name, amen.
We would like to invite everyone to turn to the back of your program and join us as we sing the Alma Mater. For the glory of Mount Zion, may we strive with all our might, ever to be true and faithful to the dear old red and white. May our courage never falter when we hear the Mount Zion yell. Ring it down the line and sing for old Mount Zion while we make the music swell. Fight, fight the red and the white, bring us a victory. Mount Zion's fame her children have made, never let her glories fade. Mount Zion, Mount Zion, to thee ever will loyal be. Let song and cheering loud and clear for Mount Zion and victory.
Parents and guests, in a moment our graduates will recess out of the stadium into the gym and will meet you all in the parking lot. We ask that parents, family, and guests please remain in your seats until all the graduates have left the stadium. Once they have exited, you are dismissed. When the exiting stadium, please do so in an orderly fashion and observe the 6-foot social distancing guidelines. Out of the concern and well-being for the class of 2020 and for each of you, we respectfully request that everyone, graduates included, go directly to your vehicles and exit the campus. You and your graduates may celebrate off campus with our heartiest of congratulations. We recognize today's ceremony and these procedures are untraditional, but we genuinely appreciate your cooperation and your show of consideration for the class of 2020 who waited so long for this special day.